The UK has announced the largest ever package of defence assistance to Ukraine. Air defence, missiles, boats and armoured vehicles worth a total of £500 million sterling is more than $617 million. The new military support was officially announced by UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak during a visit to Poland on April 23rd, but the statement on the government website had appeared a day earlier.
The £500 million additional funding announced today, which take us to £3 billion in UK military aid for Ukraine this financial year, will be used to rapidly deliver urgently needed ammunition, air defense, drones and engineering support. The drones will be produced in the UK, and the funds will support a scale-up in domestic defense supply chains, from a publication on the UK government website.
The additional funding will go towards 60 boats, including raiding and diving boats, as well as naval guns. In addition, the military aid package for Ukraine includes almost 4 million small arms ammunition, more than 1,600 strike and anti-craft missiles, and additional long-range Storm Shadow missiles.
Storm Shadow and other types of missiles, hundreds of armored vehicles and watercraft, ammunition. Ukraine really needs this on the battlefield. I'm grateful to the UK and the Prime Minister personally for showing such strong support, as well as for their willingness to further develop defense cooperation, especially with an emphasis on maritime and long-range capabilities. Volodymyr Zelensky, President of Ukraine, on Telegram.
London will also transfer ground military equipment to Kyiv, more than 400 units including armoured vehicles, all-terrain vehicles and Husky tactical vehicles.
They were previously supplied to Ukraine and have already been successfully used. It is on a wheeled chassis, a pretty good armored vehicle, intended for use not just in police missions, for example, but also in a combat zone. Not so much for assault operations, but to carry out rapid movements of sabotage and reconnaissance groups.
The UK has announced the largest aid package for the armed forces of Ukraine, following the United States. On April 20th, the US House of Representatives, after a 7-month delay, brought the decision on almost $61 billion for Ukraine to the finish line. Washington's approval of assistance may motivate EU countries to more actively support Ukraine.
The historic bipartisan decision by the United States Congress will have a huge psychological effect and will make a real difference on the battlefield. This week, the European Union and its member states will already have made available to Ukraine and Ukrainians in Europe assistance worth almost 100 billion euros, and we have already agreed on tens of billion euros more to come in the next couple of years. Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, in an interview with Politico.
Some European leaders, commenting on the vote by the US House of Representatives, called on European countries not to lose momentum and continue to increase efforts to produce weapons and ammunition, so that assistance to Ukraine is not only effective but also lasting. Reported by Halina Babenko, Valeria Nikipelova, UATV News.